Hello everybody, it's Kristen. Today I wanted to share 3 new journals that are in my shop as I'm speaking to you, so you can go right there if you want to get a closer look at them. They are all hardcover journals that were made from children's books. This is a Telltale book, The Old Woman and Her Pig. That one has 2 signatures. Then I have Richard Scarry's Chipmunk's ABC. And this one has 3 signatures. And then I have Tootle. And Tootle is the largest. It has 4 signatures. This is a little golden book. These are both little golden books. And so I'm going to go through them one by one. And I'm going to start with The Old Woman and Her Pig. So they have fabric covered spines with ribbon. The eyelets and seam binding for the closure. Let's see, there we go. They also have a removable paper clip style charm dangle, and these have vintage buttons, beads, and a charm that says handmade or made with love or something. They're different ones, but something like that on there. And these vintage buttons are very cute. Oh, this one also has a ladybug button because of the red and white theme. I thought that would be fun to have on there. So there's that. Now, the insides of these Telltale books are always illustrated, so I just went ahead and left it the way it was. And I took my color inspiration from the colors in the book. This one does not include the book pages, and it's because I didn't really like the story, and I didn't want to have it in this book. I did like the cover. And I had various pig-themed papers, book pages and stuff that I used. I also kind of went with a bit of a cottage theme. So there's a red house. Oh, here's a pig illustration from a different book that is a journal card. And this is actually a hand-painted watercolor cottage that I did. I made that into a journal card as well. So those are in there. This is a little pig tag from a Richard Scarry book. This was a cover of it's a handmade illustration from the cover of a greeting card that I got. It's actually pretty old. So I did cut out a few of the illustrations, I think 2 or 3, I don't remember, but this is one of them, and I just glued it onto the page there. So this is a flip out. This is some of my hand-dyed paper. There's some scraps of, well, this is a journal card, but this is a scrap of handmade paper. And over here, there is a large tag, as well as this journal card with this other pig illustration I thought was really cute. There's a little pocket here with a tag. And then here there's a plain card, another pig card, and just a little piece of scrap of scrapbook paper. And here's some more. These are basically scraps that you could use to decorate, or you could use them as journal cards as they are. You could use them for, putting a photograph on and then writing on the back or whatever you like to do. So another little tag there, and another scrap of scrapbook paper. Let's see. Oh, this is a book page. I think this was, it was a soft cover book, and I think this might have been the back cover of the book. But anyway, I liked it for the colors and the little barn illustration. This is a page from the flower book, one of those vintage flower books. There's an index card. This is a scrapbook paper I really liked with the teapot, and there's some bird paper there. Oh, here's another illustration from this book. I liked that one. This is a calendar page that has pigs on it, obviously. It's funny because as I was working on some other books, I kept coming across pigs in various places that I was looking through my stash. So every time I came across a pig, I saved it and put it in here. There's another little tag. This is a piece of vellum that says beautiful and a small tag. This is another scrap, very pretty. So this page is, oh, I glued that one. I had a couple of these, so the other one I just, it's in one of the other journals, I paper clipped it on, and this one I actually glued it to the page. So this is flips out, and it has lace here for pockets on the front and the back. So in here I put some scraps, some other scraps of pretty scrapbook paper. And then in here there is another playing card. This one says pig, and this is a little fold out a journal card that you could use like that. And then this just folds it in, so the other side looks like that. This is really pretty lace. It's new, it's not vintage, but I think it's really pretty. Here's another little tag and a scrap of coloring book page that I tea dyed. It's another little flip. And this is a printable recipe card with strawberries on it. And let's see, oh, there's another tag in there. So there is that. I think this is really cute. If I know that there are definitely pig fans out here, this would be a really fun journal for somebody who really likes pigs. Okay, so the Chipmunk journal. It's the same kind of thing. It has the fabric and ribbon spine and seam binding for the closure. But I'll show you this first. Another one of these removable charm dangles. Again, this one has beads and vintage buttons of various types. This one's a glass button. That one's really pretty. I had a bunch of these, so I've been using them up. I might have used them all up by now. This is another little glass bead that's really pretty. I like this red and white one as well. And this one has the little handmade charm. So there is that. And as with all of these charm dangles, if you wanted to add some of your own beads or charms, there will be room. Like on some of them especially are going to be longer than others, but they're all cut long so that you can add to them or trim them if you want. So on this one, I went kind of with the colors that are on the cover, which are a little more muted. Like this Tootle book is very bright, and compared to that, the colors here are more muted, even though, you know, it's still got the red, blue, and yellow. So I kind of toned down the colors in here a little bit. This right here is a embroidered flower trim that I glued on. And then in here I also I cut out a bunch of printables. And I'm trying to remember, I think there may be printables from Amity Bloom, these kind of label ones, and there might be some that are from Willowbound journals as well. These are various tags. this is actually, this was the front of a greeting card that we got many years ago, and I just put that in there because it has an A on it. And so, like I said, these are printables that you can use them however you like in your journal. I believe in this one I glued some of them down and some of them I left unglued, like this one. So this is actually covering the copyright information there, and they, I don't know, it had some other details that you can actually faintly see. I don't know if it should show up on the video. You can faintly see through there, but that doesn't really bother me. It wasn't quite big enough to cover all the way, so I just added some colored pencil around to kind of hide that. But I thought these printables were so pretty, and they kind of went with the theme of the book. There's some scrapbook paper added to that paper. Like here's one that I printed and glued down. Here's some more things in this pocket. We have a tag, an index card. There's A's for apple. And another one of these, what am I trying to say? Linen. It's like a linen printable. I think this one might be Junie Desert or Willowbound Journals. Not sure. So in these two books, in this one and Tootle, all the book pages are in the book, and they are in the order that they originally showed up. So you can read the whole book if you like, with these super cute illustrations. There's the center of the signature. And then here's another pocket. We have E is for egg. There is a pretty floral tag, and this is another calendar page. These are the kinds of calendars that come, each month is a separate piece of paper. They usually come in a little box. And I like them for their illustrations, but also because they're usually printed on really nice paper. So it's very nice for writing on. It makes a good journal card, and I just save them from years past. There's another one of those. I think that's Amity Bloom. This was a large one, so I actually glued it on both sides of the page. There's another one. This was, I think that one is Willowbound Journals. And in here we've got another, this one. It says Flowers on My Mind. And then there's J is for Jump. This paper is really sweet. It has bees on it. This is another one. Today was lovely, and I didn't want that one glued in because you might want it on a particular day, so I just left that. There's some more tags made from scrapbook paper. This one is made from some music paper and a little book illustration. And then this middle one is actually a page that I made. This is my handwriting, just doing the alphabet over and over and over again. So I included that because the colors were kind of really nice. This is another printable. I believe that's also Willowbound Journals. And here's another tag with music paper and this illustration from a book. This is an old greeting card, front of a greeting card, and then there's this one with this illustration from a book. And I thought that was really pretty. There's another Amity Bloom one. And this is another from Amity Bloom. This one is glued on. Also, this one, I think that is Willowbound Journals. And then there's Penny. And these, when I do these alphabet things, I back them onto cardstock. So it is a journal card that you could write. Oh, you know what? I almost forgot. There is another little printable tag in there. Okay, this one is Amity Bloom, and I did glue that one down to that page. Here is a tag that I made from some scrapbook paper. This one is glued down. This one says, "These days are full of love." And then in here, this is a pocket. There's another alphabet card made into a journal card, and then that's a tag. This is the other half of that. This is a really heavy textured cardstock that I found at a thrift store, I believe, and so it's kind of interesting. It has this pocket on one side, and then this wasn't part of it, obviously. It has a flap, so you would, I guess, flap the flap over that part, but I don't know exactly what you would, if it's for something special, I don't know. Anyway, I thought it's really interesting because it's very heavy cardstock. It's heavier than any other cardstock I have, and it was the right color, and it's just fun to use. So this is Amity Bloom, I believe. And then in here, I've got 3 more. So I'm taking a lot of my scrapbook papers offcuts and making tags with them. This one actually has music paper on the back, which is always fun. This one, I put this, I believe that is Willow Bound Journals. I really like this page for some reason. The yellow of the flowers there, it's really nice. And okay, so that is the end. I did put some scrapbook paper to cover the back, the inside back of that one. This one is Tootle. So let's put that over there. So again, I did do the fabric and the ribbon on the spine. I also did fabric on the back, okay, the back of the book. It is raw edged. In fact, all the fabric and ribbon on all of 3 of these are raw edge, even though that's actually not how I do these spines nowadays. But back when I made these, I was just putting raw edges. I did put fray check on all the edges. So if you happen to get one of these books and you notice a thread coming off, you can just trim it, and it should stay put. There might be a few loose ones, but I tried to make sure that they wouldn't just keep coming off more and more. So Tootle has another one of these little paperclip charm dangles, again with beads, vintage buttons. This one has a bee button. That's not vintage. It also has the ladybug, which is also not vintage, but I think all these other buttons are vintage. This one is actually a really pretty glass button. Really like that one. So the colors on all of these charm dangles, I tried to make, you know, I tried to make them go nicely with the cover of the book. So this one has a pink seam binding for the closure. I just love the colors on here. The Tootle story is nothing super special to me, but I do love the colors in this one. So I was kind of inspired by the colors, and also there are some train illustrations from other books to go with it, because I have so many children's books that have train illustrations, so I might as well use them. This one is fun because I made this journal card. I found this song called Tootle Tootle Toot, so I had to use it in this book. And then this is separately a little train illustration from an alphabet book, so I put that there. And this book, I believe, so this is the largest. It has 4 signatures. It has some envelopes in it. This one actually has, this is also one of my handmade watercolors that I did that I put, backed it onto, it's actually very sturdy, well, it's sturdy watercolor paper, and then I backed it onto a gel printed paper. And then I put it in this little envelope that I also illustrated. So it says Happy Mail, it has a bird, and that's just clipped on there. So you could permanently attach it by gluing the flap down here, and then it would become like a flip out envelope, or you could send it to somebody. You can do whatever you like. Here is a little, well, it's actually a large tag made from scrapbook paper. This one also includes, like I said, all the book pages in order, so you can read the story if you like. And the colors in here generally are just a little bit brighter than in the ABC book that I did. Here's a pocket with butterfly note paper and this little rainbow tag. Like I said, these books had been put together. The signatures had all been sewn in until I got them out again, and it's probably been well over a year. Could even be 2 years, I'm not sure. I'm not sure when I did these, but I did add, like I added the closure with the, oh my gosh, I can't remember what these are called. You know what they're called. Those things. I made the charm dangle, and then I made all this ephemera that went in here. So in this one, there's this scrapbook paper. There's a couple of tags. This is another dictionary illustration with a train, because we've got to have trains in the Tootle book. Oops. I do like the colors in this one quite a lot. There's a couple of other tags. There's one that is paper clipped on with butterflies. This is another pocket. We have in here a journal card with another train illustration. This is a journal card from a scrapbook paper pack. So it's just like that. There's an index card and a small tag. This is watercolor paper, so it's very sturdy. If you wanted to try doing any watercolor in your book, you could use that. This is another piece of scrapbook paper. See, yeah, this is folded over, so you can use that for decoration within the book, or you can keep it like that. There's another journal card, and this is a handmade journal card. This is some of my gel printed paper, and here's another one of those really cool calendar pages and this is a letterpress one, so it has really nice texture. I love letterpress, and I thought that was really fun for this book. And then in here, there's another tag. This is a piece of scrapbook paper, could be used however you like, and this is a page from the vintage flower book. Oh, we have another, look at that. I forgot. There's another calendar page. This is also letterpress. So it has wonderful texture, and it's nice thick paper. And then there is this envelope that I decorated on the outside with some floral imagery, and then inside, this is the front of a greeting card that I just cut off so you can use it as a journal card. So this one you probably wouldn't be sending to somebody just because of that, unless you hand delivered it, which would be really cool too. Let's see. Oh, I think this went this way. So that is just clipped on, and you can decide how you want to use it. Here's another, just a scrapbook paper that's clipped there. And then in here we have a little B journal card. There's, this one is made with, that's a printable piece of ledger. There's a tag there, and there's another train illustration that I backed onto cardstock. Oops, let's see. Okay. There's some more tags, handmade tags from scrapbook papers. This one is a little fold-out tag. And in here there's a scrapbook paper and a tag. There's quite a lot of writing space. This size journal could definitely take you through a whole year of memory keeping. This is coloring book page, and then there's a tag that I made. Oh no, actually I think that's one of those tags from a scrapbook paper pack. Okay, this is another envelope. This one is actually glued on, and this is notebook paper, not notebook paper, it's note paper that came with the envelope, and then this is a piece of scrapbook paper that you can use for decoration. This was a vintage card that I glued on there with a peony. That's very pretty. Here's another little pocket with another fold-out tag and a journal card. Here, clipped on, this is scrapbook paper and another tag. Oh, here's the other folded. I was actually going to use it as a page in another journal that I was making, and then I decided not to use it. So I had a leftover. So it has the lace, making the pocket on the front and back, so some tags in there and a tag there, and this one is just loose, so I just clipped it on the edge of the paper like that. Here's another tag clipped in. And there's some tags there. There's a lot of tags. I had a lot of scrapbook leftovers, so I just used them to make tags. So there's some more. This is a very large tag that opens up like that. So that would actually be really fun if you wanted to have a photo and then write about the photo here. That could be really fun. And that is the end of that one. So on this one, I didn't cover this. I kind of wish I did, but I had added the eyelet. Those are eyelets, I just remembered. I added the eyelet before I thought about covering this. So I decided to just leave it because that would just be a little awkward there. So that is Tootle. So if you stuck around for this whole video, thank you very much. And I'm gonna get these all put back together again, but if you are interested in any of these journals, they are already in my Etsy shop, and you should be able to find them there. If you like them, I would love to have you heart this video, or like this video, I guess. I don't think I've ever said that in my videos before, so I'm not used to saying that, but yeah, if you can like this video, that'd be great. If you subscribe, I would be really grateful. And if you enjoyed it, I hope you come back. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.